This video is one of several that we're going to do for you guys on the topic of Pinterest, a really awesome platform for authors specifically to leverage throughout their book journey. So what exactly is Pinterest? Pinterest, according to the company itself, is a search engine. So just like Google or Bing, you have access to a search bar that you can type pretty much whatever you want to into, and you can pull up results. The difference, though, is Pinterest specifically is a visual search engine. So rather than being guided by specifically words and text, Pinterest really relies on visuals. This term of visual search engine is really intentional on Pinterest's part because they want to act as inspiration and help spark new ideas. So when you open up Pinterest, this is kind of a typical look and feel that you'll get for a home screen. It will look a little bit different from person to person because once you start to actually create pins and repin pins and share pins, the algorithm will pick up on some of the various things that you might be interested and go ahead to start feeding you pins that it thinks you might enjoy or want to repin and share on your own boards as well. So I've been doing a lot of pinning for a couple different book ideas that I have. So a lot of that is what you'll see on my home screen right now. So each of these individual graphics that you see here, these are all considered pins. And we'll dive a little bit more into what a pin consists of in another video, but at this point, all you need to know is these are all pins, and just like a physical corkboard, Pinterest wants to act like a virtual corkboard, so you can repin and pin to virtual boards that you create on the platform. So as you can see here, we're on the home screen. If I click today, this is going to populate every single day with something new, every hour with something new, and it will allow you to kind of notice the different trends going on right now. And so once you learn how to actually create pins, what you want to do is try to leverage the different trends going on so that your pin might end up on someone else's home feed. And right here is that search engine, that search bar that I talked about earlier. I can type really anything I want. So let's say I am currently doing some storyboarding for a high fantasy that involves pirates. So let's say I want to get some visuals because maybe I'm writing and I'm having a hard time describing what a pirate ship looks like. I can pull some description from just looking at these different images. This little bell right here is going to populate with all of your updates. So once you start creating your own pins, and even with the pins that you have repinned yourself, as other people are engaging with those pins, whether they're sharing or liking or repinning, it'll let you know here in the notifications. This little thought bubble is messages, so I follow all these other boards and these people. If I want to, I can send them a message or shoot them a pin, different things like that, and you can do that all right here on the platform. This little bubble right here all the way on the right, that is my profile, so what I'm going to do is click on that. When you create your profile, this is kind of a general feel that you'll have for it. In another video, I'll walk you guys through how to optimize your Pinterest profile and also give you some of the pros and cons between just keeping it a personal profile or a business profile. Mine currently is a personal profile. I'm in the process of converting it probably to a business profile because that's what you are as an author. You're a business, and really the biggest difference between the profiles is that the business profile just gives you a lot more data and statistics that you can keep track of to see what people are responding to, and you can jump on those things a little bit easier. I had mentioned earlier that really what you do with Pinterest is it acts as a virtual corkboard, and so as you can see, all of these are different boards that I have made. And so we have boards for my blog, my series, a couple of different of my books. I have boards for different stories that I am kind of storyboarding right now with just images and trying to kind of put together. TV shows that I like, Harry Potter, books that I like, Addie LaRue. I'm a huge history person, and that plays into my stories a lot, so I have a history board. Just different things like that. You can turn anything into a board. So I'm going to click on one of these just to give you guys an idea of what these boards look like broken down. So I'll do my Harry Potter one just because everyone, or a lot of people, will have an idea. But I click on that board, and what you can actually do for each board is split them into sections. So as you can see, I have different sections here for the houses, some of the different characters, some of the places, and some movie stills. So then if I click on one of these sections, let's just say Granger, so Hermione's section, these are all individual pins that sort of show you or anyone looking Hermione's aesthetic. So you've got a lot of books, you've got some of those like darker academia vibes, Crookshanks, different things like that. Quotes are really great to throw on boards as well. We'll also dive into how you can assemble boards and what kinds of boards you specifically as an author should think about putting together. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to home and walk you through some of the different things that you can do with a pin. So you can share, you can save, you can shop, and you can create pins. So let's start with share. Let's say I want to share this pin here with someone. I want to send it to a friend or something like that. I can just mouse over it and I hit this little send button, and it'll pop up with some various options of how you can go ahead and send that pin. So if it's someone who's on Pinterest, that's really nice if you follow them or you're connected with them, and then I can just hit send and it'll send it straight through the platform itself. Otherwise, you can send it through WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, email, or you can copy the link and send it via text message. So that's send. I can save. So let's say that maybe this pin connects to one of the stories that I'm writing. What I can do is I hit this little arrow drop down, and it'll populate with all of those different boards that I have that I just showed you guys earlier. So I can pick any one of these that I want to. Let's just say TV and wolf. So then it saves it to that board. So then if I go back to my profile and I find my TV board and I find my wolf section, there's that pin that I just pinned. The third thing that you can do is shop. So let's say I'm looking for a jean jacket. I can type that in the search engine. And let's say I think this one's really cute. I click on it and it takes me directly to that jean jacket on Target, so I can buy it. The last thing that you can do with pins is actually create your own pins. So let's say that you have a piece of character art, or even your book cover makes an awesome pin. You can actually turn that image into a pin and connect it to whatever kind of link you want. So whether that's your website, whether that's an Amazon or a Barnes & Noble page directly to buy your book, whether that's a blog that you wrote or a podcast that you are on, you can connect that image to any link, which is really the biggest benefit of Pinterest as an author. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or if there's anything specific about Pinterest you'd like us to talk about, go ahead and drop those in the comments section, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you know when our next videos come out.